Nigeria.
It can't.
It can't.
It can't, because foreign players will come here and cut away the price. But the onus is on the federation. I think they have taken the right steps. There are so many underage tournaments at this regime, and if we continue to encourage them, maybe one day, like Deji Tinubu said, one of our players might play at the Grand Slam.
Okay, let's listen to Deji Tinubu. Let's listen to Sani Danusa, former sports minister, who is the president of the Nigerian Tennis Federation. We'll listen to them, and then we'll be back for more on Sports Tonight.
Young players, we look up to you. You have 1 year to prepare for Governor's Cup. You have no reason to tell us you'll be lagging behind. So we look forward to you, to your performance. Permit me perhaps to unofficially recognize Angel. The Tennis Federation of Nigeria are packaging a special package that will send her to Morocco for the International Tennis Federation.
It helps create an avenue for young players and then also up-and-coming players to get involved in what playing in the tournament, to prepare themselves for what playing in the tournament brings, and then of course as they rise up on the ladder in terms of world rankings. Eventually, I believe that this competition will produce a Grand Slam champion.
We have paid too much of lip services to activities that we do. Not only we are now looking at tennis. God gave a birth to tennis 15 years ago. It was a dream I cannot believe in the airport somewhere in 1999. It has been here. I wish there would be more dreamers for other sports.
All right, so that's it. You had the president of the Nigerian Tennis Federation, Sani Danusa, and he said something, I mean, while talking, that we need to pick out very quickly. Scholarship for Angel McLeod. We remember we talked about McLeod a few weeks ago when the tragic death of her mom happened. But I'm happy to see that the Tennis Federation, Nigerian Tennis Federation, are beginning to look at sponsorship for her, and they're talking about taking her to Morocco.
Yeah, a very talented young girl, and the death of the mother shouldn't truncate her
career,
a blossoming career. And like I listened to her interview in the morning on Sports this morning, and was so emotional, thanking Nigerians, the federation, that she could have been roaming on the streets if they didn't come to her aid. And I want to, agree with the federation for what they have done. Such a young girl should not be left alone. I want to thank them for taking that responsibility of, taking her to Morocco to go and continue, improving on her career.
All right. Okay, let me come back to tweets now. Wale Aduroja says, I believe the Dream Team 5 will get the job done against Algeria. Dream Team 6, okay, will get the job done against Algeria, just the way Congo and Zambia were eliminated by our team. But that was a long time ago. And Oguniyi Jeremiah says, CR1 has always been attack-minded. When or if we qualify, a defense-minded coach should assist him. I think he has capable assistants, really. Fatai Amo, top quality assistant. Monday Odige,
I
top
think
quality
we
assistant.
should change the name of the team from
And
Dream Team. This is nightmares and
David
hypertension,
Ngodiga,
yeah.
the goalkeeper coach.
The qualities of Mr. Assistants are not in doubt.
Not in doubt.
Fatai Amo, respectable coach in Nigeria. Monday Odige has
Somebody talked
coached,
about
some Premier League clubs in
he's
Nigeria.
tested, he's proven, and all of
he
that.
has good assistants.
David Ngodiga as well.
Dr. Abiodun Akitaye says we shouldn't forget that preparation for this tournament wasn't anything to write home about. This is the result of the kind of preparation that we had. I don't really want to agree that with him. Well, maybe we had
We didn't get our
with
first
funding.
choice campaign preparations, but we did prepare.
Yeah.
I know they wanted to go to Morocco. It didn't happen, so they moved to Gambia instead. We also didn't have players we wanted to have released to us. We didn't have them released, but we also have to remember that this competition is not on FIFA's calendar, and that is why some of the clubs held on to the likes of Isaac Success and refused them to come for the competition. And that was the bane of the last edition. And this was the reason why we came.
And one of the things that we also commended Samson Siasia for was knowing ahead of time that you are not going to get these foreign-based players, and so you work with the ones available to you, which are the home-based players, and all of that. And somebody talked about Enyimba players that were dropped. I mean, that was one of the reasons that CSA had a problem with the Imba player, because he felt he wanted all his players together, and the players were just going for league games and coming back.
But
at the time.
But
I think Sokari, I mean, we should have resolved all issues.
No, in the absence of...
At one point, the Nigerian Football Federation came out with a statement that no player will leave camp anymore. But even after that, the players were still going for their games and all of that. But I don't think that should be any excuse now, because they had about 2 weeks now, and right now, we are in the middle of a tournament. What will Mali say, for example? They are out of the tournament. Zambia, they are out of the tournament, but we still have a chance of going through, and I think we can take that chance as well. Nuruddin Iboi at N. Oluobo says this team is no team at all. Do you agree with him?
That's a damning condemnation.
It may lack depth, but to say that it's not team...
They may not have impressed us, but...
They are still
harsh.
The foundation is not entirely bad. Maybe some parts of it. The structure is not entirely bad. All you just need is just, like I said, better tactical awareness, better defensive discipline. You know, there's nothing really wrong, structurally wrong with the team. Maybe the depth, like you said, maybe a few players, 1 or 2 missing, but I still think there's still basis for optimism going forward with this team.
All right, let's end the show tonight and talk about Mike Tyson. Gentlemen, I mean, it's easy for us to forget this guy, but he has his place in boxing history.
Yeah, definitely has his place in the Boxing Hall of Fame. And recently, he had his very own wax statue unveiled at Madame Tussauds in Las Vegas. Madame Tussauds is a world-famous gallery where wax statues, lifelike replicas are made of global icons, sporting icons, movie stars, musicians as well. And it's like getting your own star on the Hollywood Boulevard as well. So this is something like that. And once you get your own wax statue, that says everything. That you're definitely a bona fide star. People like David Beckham have their wax statues there. Cristiano Ronaldo, and now we have Mike Tyson. So it's another phenomenal chapter in the life and times of one of the most colorful, most controversial sporting icons of all time.
All right, and that's interestingly going to be our final shot on sports tonight. And I think I can conveniently say this on behalf of Nigerians, that if Samson Siasia is able to get his team out of that group, win a ticket to the Olympic Games, win the CAF Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations, go to the Olympics in Rio in 2016, and win gold, we'll do this for him. I will put it in Abuja.
Prophet
That's our final shot. That's our final shot on the show. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.